What's going on, guys? I have some updates regarding CityFHEPS and the rent increase that was effective July 1st. Okay, I'm going to go over 2024 rent amounts that they had, that CityFHEPS had, versus now 2025. I'm going to go over the 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, so that way you have an idea of the difference and also the percentage. So let's start with bedroom number 1. This is why I say, remember your numbers, know your numbers. Now we have new numbers, but at least you could give and paint the picture for the landlords of how much they can get with this program. So for a 1 bedroom in 2024, they were paying $2,696. Again, $2,696. Now I'm gonna put the rent here, the chart over here. Now we're looking at $27.62. all right, so that is pretty much a $66 increase, which is a 2.45% increase. All right, it's a small increase, a small bump, but it's better than it dropping or staying stagnant. Now for the 2nd bedroom, last year, 2024, it was $3,026. Now we're looking at $3,058. So it's a $32 increase, which is just slightly over 1%. To be exact, 1.6%. All right, now we have our last one, which is 3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms, $37.77. That was 2024, and now we're looking at $3,811. okay, so that's a $34 increase, okay, which is less than 1%. So these are effective as of July 1st. Now these numbers only reflect the 5 boroughs, okay? Anything outside of the 5 boroughs, the rent won't be the same. It'll be different. What I mean by anything outside, if you're looking at Westchester County, it could be, you know, Putnam or upstate New York. I do know that CityFHEPS does rent outside of the 5 boroughs. So just let me know what you think. Is this enough for landlords to entertain? Is this something that is a pro for everyone? Again, the question I ask is, okay, the cost of living is going up. It's going up, which, yes, the city has to, you know, compete with, you know, the demands of, you know, the cost of living. My question to you is this a bubble that is going to combust? You know, where is this money coming from? You know, these are great programs, but we want to make sure that, are these sustainable? Are these rents sustainable? Is this program sustainable? You know, not to scare any landlords, but we want to make sure and want to know that this is something that is stable and that is not just a short-term process. Because you know, the pros, yes, you're getting income from the city on a clockwork basis. That is amazing. Versus, you know, chasing down rent. You know you're gonna have a check coming in on the 1st of the month, which is great for landlords. But then on the flip side, right, from a investor or a landlord's perspective, is what if this program just disappears? They're like, oh, we're not paying anymore. Then what? You know, so I find this to be you know, these questions to be very important. So if you have any comments on CityFHEPS and what you think as a landlord or a tenant, I've been receiving great feedback, but then also some feedback that are not good. I'll give you an example. CityFHEPS has a very poor communication system when it comes to any situation with the tenants or even the landlords, right? There is no way to contact after all the paperwork is submitted, after, you know, you know, everything is done. You know, after that, you really have no support system. I know from what I heard, there are some emails that go to the central database, but it takes them a very long time to get some kind of response. So yeah, let me know what you think. My number is in the bio. My number is also in this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. For agents, these programs are amazing, right? Because as far as the agents, because CityFHEPS pay 15% of the year, which is great. But at the same time, this should not be your number one source of income. This should be the secondary source. I'm doing these videos because as I'm on YouTube and I'm getting information for myself, I'm learning. There's not a lot of people, there's not a lot of agents or brokers educating the world or New York or the 5 boroughs on these type of programs. So I want to be the one to share the light, and being very subjective about it, right? Not being biased or going on one side to the other. I want to make sure that we all get a straight information, right? This is not about money for me or anything like that. It's just sharing information, basic information, so that way you have some knowledge, and then you could do your research on your own. So let me know what you think. I hope this was a value. Remember, for agents, home sales are number one. This CityFHEPS and all these programs should be your secondary income. That's how you're going to sustain in this business. So thank you. Have a great one. Peace.